I am Sure Sports. You know me there. I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
William Lee Memorial High School D Cup Alumni presents its third annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Lee High School Costa Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our Codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say Ono did that.
Yo, saw me the young Jamaican trainer, Mr. Strength No Weakness himself. Yo, I'm here to tell you guys that the Broses family presents their second annual Blue and White Grill and Chill. Let me let you know something. It will be so much fun and amazing event. Make sure you show up and show out. From the young Jamaican trainer himself. Listen, Saturday, May 28th, and it's 3458 Ballard Avenue, Bronx, New York. We'll see you later. Strength No Weakness.
All right. Good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host, man. Let me fix the Jamaican flag. Very proud Jamaican right here. Win, lose or draw. We are proud Jamaicans. We love our nation. We love our people. We love our footballers. Never a bad word. Never a word of tearing down. We always seek to build up and encourage our young charges. And today we want to learn more about our history as a footballing people. You know, just one of the clubs that has long been a staple in Jamaica's football. A club that has developed and worked with some of the best Jamaican footballers in history. A lot of history behind this club. We're going to talk to someone who is an integral part of that club. His name is Mr. Carlton Spanner Dennis is the name he goes by. The club we're speaking about is Santos. They have a long history in Jamaica's football, and he's going to come and tell us all about that. Just how instrumental Santos has been throughout the years in football in Jamaica, his role at the Santos Football Club as well. So we're going to bring him on our stream right now. As here you see him. There you go. That's Mr. Carlton Spanner Dennis right there. Mr. Dennis, welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right. Yeah, if you could just ask the assistant right here to bring the camera lit. There you go. There you go. So we're seeing you clearly now. You are most welcome, sir. Hope you're in the best of health.
I'm always in the best of health.
All right. And I hope I'm glad to see you having a smile on your face, given that the national team lost last night. You're still smiling. So, that's good to see. That's good to see, sir.
You have to take your medicine. Sometimes it's bitter. Sometimes it's sweet. You just have to take it in stride and enjoy it.
Wonderful. Listen, I've heard so much about this club. I've heard that this is one of the longest serving clubs in Jamaica. This is the club that almost all the great players have passed through or played at. Still a household name in Jamaica. And every time I hear about Santos, I hear about a spanner. I don't know if it is used to fix things there or, I don't know. But I'm going to have you share with us this morning just the history of this great club and just tell us when did it all start? How did you come by the name? And, just give us the whole history of Santos FC.
All right. Santos FC was started in 1964. April 16, 1964 by Winston Chongfa, who is the founder. And you had members like Holland Cole, Chicken Mason, and Devon Jeffrey, David Laggy. These are founding members of the club. Patrick Chin, all these guys were founding members of the club. They were based in Raytown, and we used to play at the police depot, that's Elliston Road. And then we migrate to Cast, the train. We have to cut all the field up there, use grass back and cut the field.
Let me just help the people for those. Let me just help the people for those of you who don't know. Cast is now the University of Technology.
Right.
Yeah.
And we went through a lot of transition. We were playing in Division 2 at that time, and then we were promoted to Division 1, winning Division 2, and promoted to Division 1. Well, really, the start of this club, Chongfa decided he had enough, and Jackie Bell was now the man. Well, it didn't go down well with a lot of players. The first training session at camp, they didn't accept Jackie Bell as a Georges man and played for Lucas. So they never see Jackie as a Santos man. But his first evening and him decided to leave. Chongfa was driving through the gate at camp. We moved to camp now and said, come on, and we turned back, and eventually the guys accept Jackie as one of them. And the rest is history. The rest is history by Jackie winning 5 national titles at National League. We did not play in the Casafa Major League. We played National League in 1973. So we didn't play in the Major League because we qualified to play that league. And as I said, the rest is history. We were 5-time champion. We withdrew 1 year because we didn't like what was happening to the organizers. That's what the year that Cavaliers won.
Oh, when Cavaliers defeated Thunderbolt.
I think I know that leave a bitter taste in my mouth. I think Thunderbolt were given a raw deal because I think they should have gotten a penalty. And I just call it spade. I think that should have happened. But that is football. So we are there, and then we got through a period, because we lost Jackie Bell. And then Vernon took the moniker. And we were there. Well. And then Vernon leave, and the moniker fall down to me.
Okay.
I think, like what happened, I hear you speak about players. Santos Football Club have the dignity of having some of the best players and produce some of the best players in this country. And I think we're still doing that all now. So, you know, I am proud to be a part of that. I think at this moment, we are in the top 2 of the top youth club in Jamaica. Ourselves and Cavaliers is ranked 1. And between both of us, I went, last time we played, Santos went to the under 13, under 15 final. That's the last time Casa we played the football. So I think we are doing well. In the national team, we produce quite a few national players. Javian Brown always playing, Terry McGee, Norman Campbell, all of these youngsters play for Santos. So we are still doing our bit for the national program and the football development in this country.
I didn't know them. And so Tariq McGee, Norman Campbell, and Javian Brown are the most recent Santos players that have, you know, representing the national team.
Yeah.
What they played under 13?
Christopher Pearson, who was called to the national team, is a Santos player. He's on loan to Cavaliers Football Club.
Oh, he's on loan? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because
so I don't think the media do enough research when they talk about players.
Oh, because because I heard he was at Tivoli Gardens, and then
all right. So let me clear up that for you. Stuart Jacobs, Tivoli is my club. Apart from Santos, Tivoli is my club.
Right.
So Chris said he wanted to go down to Tivoli and play. And then after a week, he told me that he didn't like certain things with the players and he would like to remove. And he spoke to Dwayne Atkins, who is a KC person. So I asked Dan, Mrs. Aaron, to release him to Cavaliers. So he's on loan with Cavaliers. He's a Santos player.
Okay. Whoa, that's interesting. That's interesting. So Christopher Pearson is a Santos player on loan.
Yeah, man.
Cavaliers.
Yeah.
But I always hear them saying that amateur players can't be loaned out and thing because he's an amateur player and an amateur. So how does that work?
Well, I didn't sell my player. He's on loan. What happened?
Yes.
I think you say the system in Jamaica don't cater for the clubs who is not in the Premier League. And it's unfortunate. As I said to the minister the other day, these are the clubs that producing the talent. But they are getting a raw deal because, you know, like even the transfer, the money that they're giving it for the players. Remember now, you know, club like us send our players to school and we have to help them. And you don't get back any return. Some of these clubs also take care of players, get international contract, and they return nothing to the clubs. So all of these things, we are bitter about these things, and the smaller clubs are suffering.
Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out, I mean, have you had any of your players in recent time that they were owned by Santos and somehow they got sold and you never get proper compensation because of how the system is?
You want me to start?
I mean, I don't want you to say anything that you don't want to say about anything.
No. Anything I said, I can back it up. So I am not afraid of that.
All right,
I can start with Jermaine Johnson. I know we don't get the local money. That Jermaine Johnson is a Santos player. Sold for £1 million. We get no money from that. Decoy Williams, next Santos player. No money. Errol Stephen, Santos player. Norman Campbell Fleet. We get some money for Tariq McGee. We don't think we get the right money, but we get some. So we know what it is about. And we pride ourselves. We just want our jewels. And I think what was happening with the football, if a small club develop a player, that the club that sell this player must ensure that these clubs benefit.
Small club. Okay.
Yeah. I have a problem with that. We don't give back to these clubs. They spend time and money developing their players. We need to do that. You know, but The powers
Okay.
that be that protecting the football.
So I hear Errol Stevens. I think he was sold by Harborview. Norman Campbell. I've read down these things.
Norman Campbell, Decoy Williams.
Because this is the first time I'm hearing these things. I didn't know that these players were Santos players at some point. Jeremy
I
and
tell
Johnson.
you again, the media does not research. They only speak about the club that they are with. They didn't think about that where they were before.
That is true. That is
All
true.
of these players, Decoy play for us from 94 to 2004.
10 years.
Norman Campbell
Wow.
from
10 years.
Norman Campbell, yes. 2013 to 2018.
Whoa.
You see,
So that means
encyclopedia.
he only did 1 year at Harborview.
Not even a year.
Not even a year. Okay.
Hey, me I do an interview. Oh, I do an interview. Oh, I do an Injustice is injustice, and too much of it is happening.
Yeah, I did remember Jeremy and Johnson said he played for he did tell me that in my interview with him that he played for Santos. He played youth football for Santos. That is true.
Man. He played Major League too.
Yeah, he did.
We were at Super League at that time. We played Major League.
But I mean,
Marvin Morgan also is a player that come through Santos rank.
Okay, but you didn't own him.
Who that?
Marvin Morgan. Are you?
Yes, man.
But you sold him to Boystone.
No, he wasn't sold to Boystone. Andrew Price is a former member of Santos Football Club. Enough people don't. I see them do an article. Andrew Price played for Santos when he was at St. George's.
Okay.
So Andrew, as my friend, asked me for Marvin, and I signed a transfer. He was not sold to Boystone. I gave him to Andrew Price. Okay.
All right. So let me ask you this question: with all of these players coming through Santos, how come you have not gotten to the Premier League since in the early 80s or late 70s?
All right. Let me tell you, we went in my tenure. We went to 3 playoffs. I won 99, 2000, and 2000. I won Major League. Went to the playoff, we were not successful. We went to Super League in 2001-2. We won Super League. Went to the playoff, we didn't make it. 2001, 2002, went to the playoff again and didn't make it. So I had 3 bites at the cherries and didn't make it. But I can tell you one thing, we produced some fantastic. In all of these, we were Super League, Major League champion in those 3 years. And we also won the under 20 in Casafa. We also won the under 17. So we were dominant in Casafa in those 3 years, but with the under 20 Super and Major League.
Okay. So who were some of the players that were at Santos during that era? In the late 90s, early 2000s?
Richard West, Adrian Reed. And Richard West is one of the great youth that I coach. He was good. But one of the great players that I coach who went to the World Cup, the under 20 World Cup, and didn't get the chance to go further was Kevin Harris. I think he was one of the most. You could play him right fullback, you could play him right midfield, and he give you a good game.
What happened to all of these guys? What happened to these guys? Like even Kevin Harris, yeah, he went to the Youth World Cup and even Richard West. I think he went to Harborview.
Yeah, and Richard Edwards also.
Oh, short man.
Yep, man. All of them are sad. Me make that one there. That one there was handmade. I put him. I can't give you a history on short, man.
Go ahead.
I under 17 game, and I made a change and put on short, man. And I had to take him out back. And after the game, short man come to me and said, "Coach, what can I do?" And I said, "All right. When you leave school, come early and work with short man till he become an international player."
Yeah.
I am proud to have touched that man because that man has shown what hard work can do.
Yeah, that's Richard Edwards. Okay.
Richard Edward, yeah.
So during this time, you have Adrian Reed, Richard West, Kevin Harris, Richard Edwards.
Terence Allen, Delano Francis. Who
Yeah.
again the penalties? Other center half. Freckleton from Rockford, I think is one of the good, but he wasn't serious about football. We had a good bunch of youngsters. Good bunch of, and we had good under 20 cause Andrew Sewell was a goalkeeper. Yeah, Ratbat who went to Harborview, that's Arton.
Oh, Harton, yeah, Diego, brother.
Devon.
Yeah, Devon.
Devon Harton.
Yeah. But he was
So,
from
yeah.
Augustown.
Yeah, he was from Augustown. But he was at Santos from a little youth. Because we pride ourselves in our youth commission.
Okay.
So, you know.
But many people will say that means Santos has been a staple in Jamaica's football. You understand me? But it seems like you have been in like I said, in the wilderness, into the general Jamaican population, but in Kasafa you are well known, and that is because you don't participate at the major, in the Premier League. What needs to happen for you to make that transition? Back to the top flight.
Corporate Jamaica and the government need to come on board. We do our clubhouse want to be refurbished. Our field need to fix. With the liquor that we have, we are doing exceptionally well. From myself and a couple of friends of mine, and people like Michael Taylor, Trevin Nairn, and my good friend who I work with, Paul Mullins, who helped me to run this club. We are doing exceptionally well without adequate financing. So when people say things, you need finance, it take money, it take cash to care. The amount of youngsters that we send to school and help them choose school, and every day you have to find the bus fare and the lunch money, but we do it somehow. I don't know how to do it, but it's happened. I am proud to be a part of Santos Football Club and what we have achieved, and we are still achieving. When you look at the Kingston College Manning Cup team, probably 90% of these players play for Santos Football Club.
Really?
Yes. Enough people does not know that. Yes, really.
Okay.
So we have a understanding. My son, Mr. Watson, known as Stampy, we were closely together. So I am proud of what we have achieved.
Yeah, so you are involved. Just yesterday I was having a conversation with someone who was talking about just player compensation, but how difficult it is to run a club in these times. And like I said, clubhouse, field, training facility, sending players to school at the junior level, helping with schooling. I mean, how difficult is that? And how much pressure that puts on you as an individual?
Can I give you a joke? At one stage, one time, Housing Trust put my house for sale. And I went up there and I said to them, look here, football have to play. You can't sell my house. And the guy laughed. I said, Mr. Dennis, I understand. So that's our first love. And we do what we have to do to keep it going. We keep a lot of youth off the street, and we achieve a lot. Right? So, I will do it tomorrow again if I have to do it. So, I don't have enough time. I leave that clubhouse in the evening. And when I go home, if I never have food at my house, I would die for hunger, because every evening you have to look at, you change up like 3,000, 4,000 for lunch money and bus fare every evening. So you check out. Let me give you a story. I gave a guy, every evening I give him like $200. And I used to drive down South Camp Road and I see him walk every evening. So one evening I pick him up. I said, How come I give you a bus fare? And every evening I see you walk. And you know, the youngster said to me, Coach, let me be honest with you. When you give me $200 every evening, when I reach at my house, it become a meal for my family. Sir, I almost cried
Yeah.
because I was now touching the life of his family. So I tried to put a thing in place that him could go home and make him family cook a pot. We are not just here for football. We are here for development of people life. And I am so proud what I have achieved and the amount of life that I have touched, the amount of youngsters that I have coached, and through the brand Santos. But a lot of people forget that they went to school through Santos. There's a lot of millionaires out there. One of the person, I can call a lot of names, Kimani Robinson, Courtney Murray, all of these guys play for Santos. Santos have a rich history.
Kimani Robinson from Campion.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Okay.
That man is a Santos man. I mean, the first one, but that man to take bus on him last.
So so your thing is that persons who have been through the system should reinvest in the system when they are able to.
Some do, some don't. Yes, give back some. You don't owe me nothing. I have a youngster named Ron Brown. Used to go to Kingston College. When Ricky McGrill used to go to GSC and KC.
We're not seeing if I don't know if the cameras keep moving. So yeah. There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky McGrill, because those guys send me like boots, balls. We're not asking you to send us money if you don't want to. Send us equipment. We have under 13, under 15, under 17 Super League. And we have other youngsters, but we are doing our job and we have a good set of coaches that deal with these youngsters. And I have people who stand with me through thick or thin, and I must commend them. And we're really proud of what we are doing.
Okay, what about those persons now? Because this is also one of the common things that people are saying. Too many of these persons have been in the football too long. We need fresh faces. But I always say to them, when people like you are not in the football, who is going to carry on the work? So what do you say to those people who are saying that too many old men from way back when, from in the 80s and 90s, are still leading the football? We need young minds, with new ideas to get involved in the football, to bring in changes.
I don't have a problem with that. But we must be there to guide them along.
Yeah.
I am guiding I am putting right now I'm guiding a young man to be leader of Santos.
Okay.
I can sit down when they learn what to do. I can sit down and enjoy it. So you don't push people aside. There is no experienced people is hard to find. So don't push them aside. Work with them. Some of them hard to work with, yes, like some of us. I'm not going to leave out myself. But we have to learn to be tolerant and work with them and learn from them. We have been there, we know what it is. So you need to work with us.
Yeah. Yeah, what when you think about our senior team just got, we're knocked out of the World Cup. What needs to happen to restore a sense of hope to Jamaica's football? Or do you believe that there's hope in Jamaica's football? I mean, what needs to happen so that again, we can see packed stadiums for our local league games and more players going overseas to top clubs and our national teams from the junior level to the senior level qualifying for major tournaments? What are some of the things that needs to be done, or we need to continue with, or we need to get rid of for this to be a common thing in our present culture and climate?
All right. So let us start at the parish first. Now, Kasafa is marginalized because the other parishes are jealous. Kasafa, in Kasafa, which I served as a vice president for 28 years. So I'm speaking of experience. No. In Kasafa, all club have to sign a criteria documents to play 2 compulsory competition. The 2 compulsory competition is under 13 and under 15. The time we used to play under 20, we under 20, if you are 20, you must can make a senior team. If you can't make a senior team in your parish at under 20, when you are 20, they don't make any sense. So we play under 17. So you play 3 competitions. We play all of the competitions. Development is a key. And the rest of parishes not following suit, and the GFF need to mandate them to play youth competition. You have some parishes, when all the parish finish their league, they won't just start it. You have some, it's a curry goat league. We need to take pride in what we do in our parishes. Get the football organized so it can have substance. And we go to the national program. I think this team put together was the best team of individuals. But what did happen? They didn't train together. There is no unity in the team. So we couldn't get the best out of them. Take for instance, we went to Mexico and get a draw. And then we come back to Jamaica and make here changes. How can you do that? Well, I have to move from my location. You still see me?
We're still seeing you.
Yeah, I have to move.
Yeah.
We were chopping and changing the whole season. There was no chemistry, nothing at all. And it's continuing. And I think when we get rid of Tapa, you should have make him finish the course. And then at the end of the day, because what he did again was to start all over again. You can't do that in a World Cup campaign. So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
And remember when we went to the World Cup, we had a local based team in training. We don't have that. So it's how you do the thing, the result that you get, what you put in place, that's the result that you're going to get.
All right, so let's take them one at a time. Let's look at the parishes, because one of the things they said is that Kasafa is marginalized, and the other parishes are jealous. But when I talk to the other parishes, they are saying that most of the companies that they in the other parishes will seek to get sponsorship from, their head offices are in Kingston and St. Andrew. Let's put it that way, and they keep on saying that they sponsor this in Kingston and this in St. Andrew. So they are saying that they are not getting any sponsorship money. So it's not that they are jealous. It's that Kasafa is able to do what Kasafa is able to do because Kasafa is getting more money, because when the man in Hanover and Westmoreland and Trelawney and Montego Bay, they approach the companies will normally reference what they do at their head offices, which is generally in Kingston, and they said that is why the lack of resources in their parish could be a factor. Do you agree with this or disagree with this? Yeah,
I disagree totally. Look here. All right, last couple of years we were sponsored by Magnum. It wasn't a great sponsorship. But we put things in place. We keep Friday evening games at Constant Spring, and the crowd was coming in. Kasafa the thing. But one of the things, I must tell you, and these people are saying, this JFF is telling us that Kingston and St. Andrew is one parish. All the parishes get a grant from the federation, We get one and we are 2 parishes. They are telling us that we are only one parish. I don't know how they change the law of the land. So when they are telling you that about what Kasafa don't get no great sponsorship. So those are excuses.
Okay. Also, I know recently, Kasafa is so at least so far there are no plans for them to participate in the second tier.
Kasafa will not participate in our second tier football. It has never worked. I met with the president and the GenSec last week, and I told them in no uncertain manner that it cannot work. And what they want us to do is dismantle our clubs. We have 12 in Major League, in Super League, and 18 in Major League. We asked permission to play our own Super and Major League. Because you cannot just phase out the club them like that. And that's a youngster. The football keep them out of problem. When you phase out the football like that, the clubs, what you going to do with these young men? Tell me. So we tell them, and how you select these teams, because 2 years we never play the football. What I see, we are creating some space for some team who don't have a national team and will never have a national team. Space are creating for club, place like Hanover, who really cannot get a team in a national commission. So you're creating space for them. Don't come and you're creating space to look to franchise the football. So you're going to push out some club. Now look, in a Kingston and St. Andrew, you have a club named Santos, you have a Boys Town. The history of these club, the history of these two, just the two of them, is so rich. What have they done to try and help these clubs? Nothing. What government, what the private sector, nothing. We need to respect institution with a good track record.
So do you think that there are too many clubs in Jamaica though, and that some of the clubs need to like
possibility? Possibility
exists. So for example, between say the top of Linders Road down, if you come Linders Road at the stoplight right there, all the way down to I think Greenwich Farm and stuff. There are at least on both sides of around probably 30 clubs.
No, you don't have so much.
Around.
No. All right. Make we look at it. Where you started from?
All right. Linders, like from Linders Road to come out to the stoplight there and go down. Not up, down the road.
All right. So you have Arnett, you have Max Sealy. That neither trouble?
No, man, go ahead. No, man, I'm all right.
You have Maxine, you have Arnett, you have Tivoli Garden, you have Greenwich Town, Wise Town, right in that little area. Those are the clubs in that area. And then coming up South Camp, you have Raytown, you have Santos, you have Rockford, you have
Brownstone.
Brownstone, Police National. Yeah. I would agree with you, I can agree with you on that, but how you going to do it? You need to get some of these clubs to merge together, like down the boulevard. You have a lot of clubs.
Yeah, like even out on the boulevard, you have a lot. You have Corville, you have Duane Park, you have Patrick City, you have Waterhouse, you have Medhaven, you have Med Forest.
Yeah, and I can agree with you, but what you need to do is sit down and do a geographical map and ask some of these clubs to merge. We should go hard because everybody wants to have them like a pride, but come a time when you have to forget that and try and merge a football.
Which is what I thought the idea with the tier 2 and the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 was to see if there's a way, because here's my thought, and this is not me, but I've heard someone else suggested this that make a lot of sense. I think we have 63 constituencies, right? So in this election time, we have 63 or 63 members of parliament, or 61. Yeah. 61. I think it's 61.
So what they are suggesting?
So what they are suggesting is that each constituency has a club.
Madness. You check on the boundary of the constituency. Them. Or one club going serve at that constituency. Madness. In England, you have Manchester United and Manchester City. It's a bridge that separates the city
Yeah, but
and
those
United.
are two. One of
Well,
those cities. Go ahead.
in London, how much club you have in London?
Many
We
clubs.
many clubs.
But
We
but
cannot
where
look
do
at it that way.
but we're all right. For example, in West London, when you check about the in West London, so there's West London, North, South, all of those different areas in London. When you check
Mhm.
in those specific areas, though, the population size and the commercial activity allows them to have up to 4 clubs. What I'm saying is that when you look at certain geographical space, it 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 it, there's not enough commercial activity and people to have 2 clubs running and kind of garner. I'm just saying this is what they're saying, the kind of support either financially or in terms of spectator support.
All right. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
The Premier League in Jamaica having problem attracting sponsor. I know them do attract the sponsorship that they are supposed to be attracting, right? Tell me something. This second tier league, where the sponsorship going to come? Remember now it's going to be more expensive to travel.
Exactly.
Hold on.
I agree with you. I agree with.
So
I agree. My question has
I don't
always been
so where this money going to come from to support this? To come from Hanover to go to Portland. Now a Premier League team leaves, say, for instance, Tivoli going to Draxal, it costs over 100,000. The food, the refreshment and everything. Transportation. How much it going to cost the tier 2 team to travel the whole island? Sir,
I agree with you.
no thought was put into this. They're just trying to get some people to have a team.
I
Or you
agree with
select the teams.
yes.
You are a media man. Tell me how the team were selected for this league.
Well, listen, even that whole process, I can't say I agree with the process. I personally, where the tier 2 thing is concerned, it has some similarities with the A League that run clubs bankrupt back in its time. So I agree with you because if they're not going to get major sponsorship and have transportation covered, no club will be able to sustain it because, like you said, even at the Premier League level, Montego Bay complains about the amount of travel.
They should be in
Because
the Premier. They should be in the Premier League.
well, what I'm saying is that whether or not they're in it and they have to be traveling to Kingston to play all their games.
Yeah,
So,
man. That's what. It's karma. We
well,
need to look here. People must
yes,
earn. People must earn what they get. Not because you have friends in high places you get. You must earn. I don't want nobody come tomorrow and say, Santos, you're gonna pay Premier League. We must earn it. It was done. I don't have all the facts, but I think what other was given a raw deal.
yeah, I did some stuff on that, and like I said, unless there's some other information, but based on what was explained on this platform, um, I could see how Montego Bay were put in the league, but I do believe that what should have happened is that both teams should have played, and I know there was a game schedule. That I agree with. I agree that there should be a playoff, and the decision is made out of that. How they said that they came up with this is that they went back to the last time leagues were played, and they said all the teams that were in the 5 teams that were in the last Premier League playoff, because Vere and Mullines got promoted, the other 5 teams would be given the right to play in the tier 2 along with the champions of the last completed league in the other parishes. Now, and of course, they have this whole the connecting that you have to register to, and if you meet all the criteria, which I think is a good thing, because some clubs should not be in certain competitions because they don't have, like I said, it's corrugated football them running. I agree with that. But at the same time, there's a social aspect of football that I think you can say, listen, clubs, you can operate, but you can operate. We're going to have a tier 1, tier 2, and say like a tier 3. I don't know. But all the other clubs, you play in the amateur leagues. So you can still operate, but to come up to in our tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, you have to have certain things. I think the football needs to get there. How it is done, I think needs to be discussed right across Jamaica and everybody have a consensus, because I feel like some people are in agreement and some people are not in agreement, and you're going to have this divide in the football going forward.
Well, until we can say we are football people and we leave the politics out of football, and I pull in for Casafa and you pull in for St. James, and we're looking at the betterment of the sport, we will never get there.
Yeah.
And I think this board is parochial, and they only see Casafa as their enemy, and they want to destroy, and they can't destroy Casafa because we are strong.
Yeah. I always felt like, go ahead.
I have a problem with how the thing was done. I don't, as I said, I don't have the whole information. But if that game was scheduled, I could have played it, and you put one other to get them act together. But it was draconally done. And tell me, Montego Bay was prepared and ready, So they knew what was coming. Or they were already groomed for it. So
yeah. Like I said, there has to be some discussion. There's also a new certification of coaches going around. I know some of the more mature coaches, I don't know. Like one of the things I've suggested is like a person like you, for example, who have been a coach for so long. You have like
do a lot of coaching courses.
Right.
They don't recognize them, which I think is wrong. But I don't have a problem doing it, I don't have a problem. But we have done a lot of coaching courses. A lot. Foreign people, local people. Over the years, we have done a lot. Billy Brimmerman from Switch Island also come here. We do a whole heap of courses. I don't have a problem doing it. But the greatest thing about coaching, a lot of people is bright. Tomorrow they can pass that exam. But tell them to put a team together, and then is the next thing that.
Yeah.
Practical and theory is two different things, So you have a guy who can kill you, him is a maths genius.
I think you have something black in the camera. I don't know if it's your hand or your finger. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, man. You say guy is a maths genius. Continue from there.
Yeah, they can do a lot of things with the numbers. So you have the coaches who is good at organizing. You have the coaches who is brilliant. When he speak, everybody is all
right.
So I don't think you should push out anyone. You should work with the coaches and respect them for their contribution.
All right. So just bring the camera up to your face, and then all right, there you go. Because the people want to see you. All right. So here's where you and I again find some agreement. I think the longevity of some coaches, a person like you who have worked with the youth for so long, like the Jackie Walters, the Bradley Stewart, a lot of other older coaches, I don't remember all the names, the Bob Campbell, all of these persons and many others, even a Jeffrey Maxwell, some of the older coaches, we have to find a way that these coaches who have been in the business for over 20 years, don't have to go back through certain certification courses to continue. Like you must be able to look and say, he completed this course already. He completed this course, so he can be a level B or a level C, whatever. However, he may need to do. He has never done a course on say building mental fortitude in players. So let us have a special session where we do that. But you still certify them. That is what I want the program to be like.
I don't have a problem with that, because every day you learn more. The good thing about me, I read a lot, and I try to keep up with what is happening in the world of football, right? But I don't think I am. You have coaches, yes, because you have to be going with the technology now. You have different way of training now, different method, different ideology. So you have no problem with that. But you call some outstanding people name a while ago who had contributed a lot to the sport.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But I mean, what can we expect of Santos in the next 2 to 3 years?
Well, the plan that I have right now, if we're going to play Super League, I am trying to use most of my youngsters, and that is youngster between the age of from 19. I will have senior player, but the choice is to use most of the youngsters. We have a lot of youngsters who just finished Manning Cup. Some of them still playing Pepsi. I have no problem paying youth, From your good, you can play any league. So if it work out right, and we have some funding, you'll be hearing from us.
All right, sounds good. Any prospect you're working on that we can say, Manning's man, remember this name,
Well, we have a whole heap of name, I have a youngster, he play Manning Cup for KC, he's about 16 or 17, Jaheim Johnson, Lennox Barrett.
Lennox Barrett.
Yeah.
All right. And Jaheim Johnson.
Yeah. When I talk to you again, I give you a couple more names.
I was going to say, it's so like the factory need to rebuild, Like you're not producing as many names as you used to.
No, man. No, I don't sit down yesterday and write out. I wrote out. Hold on, look. You test me, so let me show you, sir. You test me, man. I mean, I like to be tested, All right, so hear this now. We have, I just give you Ashani Kennedy.
Ashani Kennedy.
Yeah. Okay, Lennox Barrett already.
Yeah, and Jaheim Johnson.
Akeem Weir.
All right.
And this last one, Blaine Barham.
Blaine Barham.
Yeah. And all of these youngsters play for KC.
Oh, okay. So you're the man who supply KC.
we both supply each other.
Okay. All right. But all right, we're gonna close now, but we have some persons giving us some big ups. So let me get some of the names. Just put up some of the comments and things. We have Paul Maxwell call himself the leader. You said the original youth guru speaking to you.
Him steal a lot of my players, but I respect him.
Him go around with him bag and then with him bag it over and back. That's true. With him looking up.
Yeah, Maxwell steal a lot of my players. Go on. I don't want to interview you. Sorry. I don't want to interview you. Yeah, him steal a lot of my players, but we respect him. Time do him work.
Yeah, and then we have here Garnet Denton Codfish. Said, bless up, great interview. Big up, Spanner, big coach. Always looking forward to our practice matches. Police National versus Santos. Always a good workup. Big up, Harry Bungles. Good manager.
Yeah. That man is a genius. Bungles.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy the youngster them. Cause let me tell you one thing: if we don't keep them going to get themselves in a problem.
Yeah.
But I
Y-
would like the people who come out of the football and can help to give back something to the sport.
Yeah,
Help
man.
help somebody else, make somebody else be an ex you.
Coach Andrew Edwards says, salute Spanner, real general of grassroots
Tell them
development.
bless up the boss, man, and the boss that Andrew. No flow, brother.
Yeah, man. And then Braxton Irie says, good morning, all. Bless up and big up. Spanner.
But I'm a player that too, you know.
Yeah, he played for you?
Yes,
Ah,
man. Braxton
ah.
Irie, man. Score man from St. Mary, score enough goal for Santos.
Yeah, all right, boss. I didn't know that he played for Santos School. Then
Hey, look
Jara,
here.
yeah.
Look here. Carl come the couple name now, and if they don't play for Santos, we say no.
I never know who to call. No, man, I know, man. I know that a lot of people play for Santos. I know who to call. And then Jalani Irwin says, big up, Spanner. Much respect to this man who has been influential enough youth life. Was an exposing coach, but no. Opposing coach, he says, but enough respect always. Yeah, man.
Enough love to all my friend and the coaches. And I must commend you guys because some of us, we don't get paid to do it, and we do it every day.
Yeah,
So
man.
I have to give, I lift my hat to you guys, brother.
Yeah, man. And then Delaware Williams, beggar man, say, big up the great Spanner.
The great beggar man, goalkeeper, coach, and goalkeeper. Enough respect.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And then this is Carl T.Y. says, big up Spanner, real coach. And our run in had our run-ins, but respect is always there. Former FIFA referee. I think this is Carl Tyrrell.
Satirical, enough love, brother. I still have the pump that you brought from foreign.
Oh, referee was trying to gas you up, man. He
No,
give you a
man.
pump.
You have some referee that I have the utmost respect. It's Mr. Garnet Page and
Yes.
Mr. Tyrrell. When I call them, man, if you come get the team talk and the law of the game, them never say no yet, brother. Them always there. So those people contribute on and off the field.
Yeah. And then Kurt Steele says, big up Spanner, real coach.
Lucky coach.
Yeah.
Kurt,
He's a lucky coach. Kurt Steele man say, yeah, lucky coach, man.
no, be lucky.
Oh, you lucky. I thought you said it. And then Carter say, he just want to remind you that his pump and gauge, you know.
Yeah, actually, if we have anymore, we'll take our next one.
Easier to say, if you have a next one, Sir Terrell, if Sam need a next one, you know, so send the pump and gauge to him. Yeah, man. Big up Garnet Denton again, Codfish with the super chat of $10. Appreciate it. Showing your love and your support as usual for the channel and the work that we're doing. Yeah, man. So yeah, but a lot of good comments. Listen, I see Jason Ferron talk about. He says last match, my last match for Shartood was against Santos. Richard West scored from a corner. I laughed so much at my keeper that day.
That game play up a shot.
Yes, it looked like it played up my Shartood for real.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Richard
man.
was fantastic, but he had his fault, but he was good.
Yes, him say all right. Him say not a problem, man. Him say when the season start, you get the pump.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, man. But I want to thank you for coming on, and then I'm going to give you the last couple of minutes to big up who you want to big up, all your Santos family and all the persons who have supported the work and that you have done over the years.
Well, look, I just want to say thanks to all the people who has been there for us. Too much names, so I don't want to call name because I'm going to leave out somebody. But I just want to big up all the people, players, supporters. We had some people who would never leave us, and I just want to say thanks. I just want to say thank you for having me on this program today. It just enlightened. Some people know about the work that we have done and still doing. And I just want to say to the players who've been through this and give back something to the club, thank you very much. Continue to support. We have big plans ahead. We're going forward. Thank you for having.
Yeah, man, you're most welcome, son. Really appreciate it. We're so glad. And like I said, I apologize to the people because we should have done this last week, but we have some technical difficulties. But we sorted it out, and I'm so delighted to have you because so many persons, younger persons, only heard about the glory days of Santos. So to have you tell the story, to let them know that up to present, you're still producing good players from your club. That is an awesome thing. And many clubs die out. Many clubs have died out.
As long as I'm around it on that, I can tell you one thing, we are the only club in Jamaica play 44 games before we lose one. 44 games.
Whoa.
I never remember to tell you that. We were unbeaten for 44 games, and I can tell you who beat us. It was Brazil from Santos. The big singer scored a goal for Avila. When Avila see it, it hit the back and come out over dynamic oval. Milo Hines beat 1-0. So we have a lot of record in this country. But I remember that when I was speaking to you, 44 games without losing a game. You hadn't beaten in this country.
Yeah.
We lose 1-0 at dynamic oval. Doc McKenzie, Avila Edwards, Lenny Hyde. Did you know that Lenny Hyde played for Santos?
Yeah, man. When he was on the program, he talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Santos, you call the names, and I say, and if they didn't play, and some of them is there for a very long time. When I spoke to Errol Stephen the other day, at one stage you could play in Kingston and go over Portmore go play before the transfer thing would come. He was playing for me. He came back and scored a goal in the playoff. And he was playing for Portmore. So, we have come afar.
All right. I think we have some technical difficulties. But we're also coming to the conclusion of the show. But let me just make sure we do. All right, you were frozen for a while. So you were saying that you have come a far way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, like I said, bless you, man, and have a great rest of the day. And we will catch up. We will talk again.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. All the best going forward. And we look forward to hearing about the Jaheim Johnsons and the Blaine Braham and the Akeem Weir and Ashwin and Kennedy and Lennox Barrett. Looking forward to hearing from them in the future.
All right, boss. Enough love and enough respect.
Yeah, man. Blessings again. Every time.
Thank you for having me, brother.
You're welcome. All right, there you have it, people. One of the real legends in terms of management and leadership in Jamaica's football, Santos, a name that rings out loud in the football space in Jamaica. One of those clubs that, like, you talk about the great players of the past, they have represented Santos. We thank you for joining us today. It was indeed my great pleasure having you. Remember, the channel allows you to do super chats and super stickers as a way of supporting the work that we do. This is what a super sticker looks like. It's right beside the where you type in your comment. That's how you can do it, right? It's right there. You click on that. It's very easy. It takes like a couple of seconds, right? You can also like the video, share the video with somebody else. We have passed over 3,000 subscribers. Our next goal is to get to 5,000. And you can help us by getting one other person. Don't just say great content, but say to someone, listen, just subscribe. Let them support the work that we're doing. We also have merchandise available. They will be in the United States, the 22. Remember, only 22 will be in the States and only 22 in Jamaica because it's in the year 2022. All right. So make sure you get yours when they get there. You will get the number that you can reach out to and how you can pay to get the shirt. 11 black, 11 white. That's the design for this year. You see them on either side, right? Black and white. Awesome. I am sure sports jersey material, nice design. The Black Life Matters fist right there. The I am sure logo right down the middle. The freedom colors, so support the work that we're doing. We have a couple of shows lined up today. We're going to be doing our post-match analysis of the Jamaica versus Canada game. We have Monday Night Football as well. If you know, I had a tough choice yesterday, JPL or the national team. So I had to go and support the JPL because I support local football and watch the Jamaica game on phone, all right? Because I support Jamaica, win, lose, or draw. And I want to say congratulations to the local players who were in the team. Very, very tough conditions that they had to play in, and they were just thrown into this with a few days preparation, having not played for the duration of the campaign. They were just called up and thrown into this. So glad that they got a look in, and all the best to the team going forward. Again, big thank you to Mr. Dennis for being with us today, sharing us the story of Santos Football Club. There's a couple of schools that we also are endorsing stuff that they do. We have our sponsors, Launch Legacy, Handle Risk, Seek Legacy. And so for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA, visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647-989-0782. Also want to say a big thank you to Prestige Finance. Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. Call them at 876-884-7390. They are located in Linstead, Jamaica, and they offer loans of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars. And here's the good news: a 0 to 4% interest rate, no processing fee, and same-day processing. I'm going to leave you with two things. Something that is happening at William Nib through their past student alumni association supporting their DaCosta Cup team, and at the Rossies High School as well. And we endorsing these programs. So if you are a past student of any of those institutions, you can get connected to what they're doing and give them your support. So listen to these two messages from these two institutions as we close.
William Nib Memorial High School D Cup Alumni presents its third annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Man Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Nib High School DaCosta Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our Codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say Ono did that.
Yo, Sammy the young Jamaican trainer, Mr. Strength No Weakness himself. Yo, I'm here to tell you guys that the Broses family presents their second annual Blue and White Grill and Chill. Let me let you know something. It will be so much fun and amazing event. Make sure you show up and show out. From the young Jamaican trainer himself. Listen, Saturday, May 28th, and it's 3458 Ballard Avenue, Bronx, New York. We'll see you later. Strength No Weakness.